Hello, young artists. Today we're going to be talking about balance in artwork. We're going to be looking at landscapes, a photograph, and doing some drawing together and reviewing some vocabulary words. Let's get started. So we're going to talk about balance first. There are two kinds. Symmetry gives us balance, like this heart. This dotted line is the line of symmetry. It is the same on both sides. Lots of things in the world and in nature have symmetry. Some things don't. That is called asymmetry. You just add an A in front of the word symmetry, and this means it does not have symmetry. So one thing I often show my students is if I do my hands like this, I have symmetry. It's balanced. It's the same on the left as it is on the right. If I turn my hand like this does not have symmetry. This is called asymmetry, or it is not symmetrical. So we're going to look at this landscape right here. I'm going to move this one out of the way. We'll get to it in a moment. This is a landscape by Claude Monet. He was French. That means he was from France. And you know that a landscape is a picture of things outside. It can be a photograph or a drawing or a painting. This is the horizon line. And then all of these boats, ships, the people, the chair, everything in here is turned to the side. So we see the profile. We see the profile or the side of the chair. We see this sailboat from the side. So we don't see symmetry in any of the objects. However, the artist has put balance in this painting by these two flagpoles and then balancing out objects all around the different parts of the painting. There's even a balance of clouds. There's not like one big cloud here and no clouds here. This is one way that the artist achieves balance. But we're going to talk more about symmetry, and we're going to practice drawing symmetrical objects today. I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to bring this one forward. This is also a landscape, but it's very abstract. It doesn't look like the real world. It is a real place. This is the Brooklyn Bridge in New York City. The artist has designed this painting so that it has symmetry. The line of symmetry is right here. It's the same on the left as it is on the right. The colors are slightly different. There are a couple different places, but mostly this painting has symmetry. Again, the line of symmetry is right down here, and most of the parts of this are balanced. It forms a big triangle right there. We're going to look at one more thing that has symmetry. We're going to look at this vase from ancient Greece. It was made a long time ago from clay, and we have symmetry here and we have asymmetry. So this clay vase is the same on both sides. It's the same on the left as it is on the right. It takes a lot of effort by the artist to get an object like this to be balanced. But then this part, it looks kind of orangey red. This is actually the color of the clay. So the artist put a black glaze everywhere except here. And this is a person playing a musical instrument from the side. We see the side of the person's face. So the vase has symmetry, and then the image here of the person has asymmetry. But the whole design does achieve or has balance. We're just going to practice today drawing things, some things that you will know you've seen before, and some things I'm just going to make up just for practice, so that we can train our eye and our hand to work together when we draw. Artists are always looking at where they're going when they're using their marker or their pencil or their paintbrush. And so this exercise today will help you do that better. I'm going to put this to the side and I'm going to start drawing. You can use a pencil, you can use your crayons. You might want to start with a pencil because if you feel like you've messed up, you might want to erase it. But if you're working in your sketchbook, remember that's a place where we make all kinds of mistakes. Don't worry about it. So I made a heart. I'm going to make another one. And I'm just going to start in the middle and go up. The first line is easy to make. I know you know how to do this. The second line is a little bit harder because you're trying to get it to balance. And because I'm kind of off to the side, it's actually harder for me to draw this way on a vertical surface that stands up. It's easier if I were at a desk or a table and drawing, and it will be easier for you that way too. So the line of symmetry, come on marker, is right here. Okay? You can make geometric shapes easily by drawing one on one side and one on the other. I made that one a little bit too wide, but you get the idea of symmetry with a geometric shape. This is kind of a man-made looking shape. It's a shape that has rules. If you want to make a triangle that has symmetry, I would start with a line of symmetry. I would make a line. I would make it the same on the left as I did on the right, and then go to the top. And we're just practicing. I know you know how to make a triangle, but that way I can make it kind of balanced like that. Now I want to make something just a little bit harder. I'm going to make a line of symmetry, not a broken line like this, but a line. And then I'm going to add a little curve to that at the top and the bottom. And I'm going to close this line into a space like that. And then I'm going to make a big curve. I'm going to start up here. And I'm going to go out like that. I bet you could guess what this is going to be. And I'm going to bump into this triangle. That's okay. And I'm going to come out, and my eyes are looking over here and here, back and forth. I'm not going to cover that and hide it. I'm going to be looking at it and observing how high does that go, how far does it come out, and I'm going to try to match the shape that I just did. I didn't go far enough, so I'm going to draw that again. I think I can do a little better like that. And of course you can guess this is going to be a butterfly. I'm going to draw that like that. Now I can start here or I can start here. I think I might do a little bit of both. And I'm looking at how far out did this come right here. It came to about right here. So I'm going to just practice. I call this air drawing or ghost drawing. I'm not touching the marker to the paper or the surface yet. I'm just going to kind of practice. I'm going to go this way, and then I'm going to go this way. And it's just a way to kind of warm up and kind of go like that. I think I need to go a little bit bigger. Oops, I didn't go big enough. I'm going to come down and try that again. See, I don't get it perfect the first time. Keep practicing. Now, if I want to add a detail, I want it the same on both sides. Sometimes butterflies have big round shapes, and it makes it look like they have eyes, and that keeps their predators away. So wherever I add a dot on the left, I want to add a dot on the right, like that. I want to make a big one here, a big one here, like that. I'm going to try another insect now. I'm going to start with the same kind of body. I'm going to give this a head and an antenna. I'm going to go out this way and this way. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And I made a dragonfly. Now I'm going to make a line of symmetry, and I'm just going to make something up. And you should try this in your sketchbook. It's good practice. I'm going to just make a line. And I'm just going to make up, a line. I'm gonna make a shape like that. Now, in my brain, I've got to flip that line over, and I'm gonna try to make the same thing and go in, and then this one comes out a little bit farther, and then this goes up a little. It's not straight, it goes in a little. I made that too far, so I'm gonna bring it out like that. And then I'm gonna come down, and this comes up past this point. So I should come up to maybe like right there. So I'm gonna come down, and then this comes down like a letter U a little bit. So I'm gonna bring this down. I think I'm gonna stop, take a break, and look at it again, and I'm gonna come around like this. And I'm gonna match that like that. So I'm trying to make this match. I'm gonna try to make one side match the other. Let's see if I can do it without the line. Let's see if you can do it without the line of symmetry. What if I make a leaf? It's gonna be the bottom, like the stem of my leaf. And I wanna make kind of like a maple leaf. Or an oak, no, I'm gonna make an oak leaf. It's curvier. I think it's kind of like this. And now notice I gotta slow down. It gets harder, like that. Now that's not perfect. I made that part a little bit too big. I made that part a little too low. And I made this part not big enough. So I can go back and try to kind of fix it. But my line of symmetry would be there. So I would like you to practice making about 10 shapes. You can make the head of an animal. I'm gonna make a cat. I'm gonna make it balance. It's going to have symmetry. This is the tricky part. You gotta go right there. I'll give it a collar. And this should be, the line of symmetry should be right there. I'd like you to draw about 10 things that all have symmetry for practice this week, because our next lesson is going to be all about symmetry and proportion, and it's a little bit harder than this. So I would like you to be practicing making things that have symmetry. You can draw something from nature, or you can make something up, or you can do both like I did. I'll see you next time.